Hey guys, Ludicrous here with a full completion walkthrough for Broforce using a recently discovered cheat code that you'll only find on the PC version of this game. So if you own a PC and you have Xbox Game Pass, you should be able to get through this within 30 minutes to 1 hour, depending on how quickly you master the game. And thanks again to Chivo God for making me aware of the cheat. So once you reach the main menu screen, you want to type in Alaskan Pipeline, all one word, to unlock all the bros in the campaign. And then Seagull to unlock the rare bros, and then finally Abraham Lincoln, all one word, to enable the skip level cheat. I found the codes didn't work if you had your Xbox controller connected, so make sure that's disconnected first before typing these in, and you'll also get an audio cue to let you know that it's been successfully inputted. Once those codes are inputted, what we're going to do is get 3 of the campaign achievements out the way first of all. This is going to bag you 500 gamer score. So press start and then go down to start campaign IronBro mode. And then what you want to do is make sure that's set to hard difficulty. So it's on IronBro and hard. It warns you against this as it's really difficult. But thanks to the cheats, all we're going to do is quickly skip through all the 15 levels and bag us a quick 500 gamer score. So take your little helicopter to mission 1. Just press A. And then once you land and load in, all you need to do is hold Ctrl and press F11 on your keyboard to instantly win that mission. And then as you've guessed it by now, all we're going to do is go to each of these missions, land, once we load in, hold Ctrl and press F11 and do this for all 15 campaign missions. Eventually you'll get to the White House over in America. That'll be mission 0. You have to actually load up and complete this mission, but it's just a case of walking your character to the right hand side of the screen. You meet the president and the end credits roll, giving you all 3 campaign achievements. And then all you need to do is then work on the miscellaneous achievements, which I've got all those time stamped in the description below, and I'm going to narrate over them just to tell you what you need to do for each of those achievements. So go ahead and skip through all these missions, get those out the way, and I'll talk to you when you get to the miscellaneous ones.
3, 2, 1, go! Operation military. 3, 2, 1, go! Save today. President birthday. 3, 2, 1, go! American Eagle. 3, 2, 1, go! Go. Save today. 3, 2, 1, go! USA. 3, 2, 1, go! President birthday. 3, 2, 1, one, go!
Now that we've got all the campaign achievements out the way, we are going to start a new campaign in a different slot, set it to normal, just so we're not doing this on hard. Load on in, and then once we reach the overview map, what we're actually going to do is kill all the seagulls. So there's an achievement for killing all the seagulls on the overworld map. This is done by ramming your helicopter into them, so you're going to have to chase them down and crash into them. There is roughly 30 and it is a little bit time consuming. This is going to take a couple of minutes. I'm going to let this play out in full and I'll pick it up when we get on to the next achievement. So now that the seagulls are out the way, what we're going to do is grind out a load of the miscellaneous character achievements on mission 1. So a lot of these can be done on mission 1, stage 1, and I'm going to show you how to do those. So as you spawn in, you're going to be given a random bro or superhero. What you want to do is get yourself killed or restart the level to keep changing or cycling through your heroes. And what we want to do is find one of the heroes that has an achievement related to them. So maybe check ahead in the video or certainly the achievement list to see which heroes you need. And in this first example, I got Kill Bill's Bride, and we're going to go through and get this achievement out the way. So her achievement's related to using a special on the devil at the very top of the tower here. You can either press B on the Xbox controller or X on the keyboard to get this one out the way. So once you've used the special on him, the achievement should pop, and then you can restart the level and start cycling through those characters again until you find the next one you need. The next one that popped up for me was the TimeCop. In the bottom left corner, you'll notice he has 2 red clocks as his special abilities. His achievement relates to slowing down time and then meleeing an enemy 3 times while slowed. So press B next to him to enable the special and then keep tapping Y to melee him. Hopefully you'll hit him 3 times before it runs out. And again, just a case of restarting the level again until you find the next character. So in this example, we're going to be using Blade, and all we're going to do is use him to deflect a bullet. So make your way inside the tower, stand in front of an enemy, he'll get alerted and take a shot at you, and then it's just a case of pressing Y or C, which is the melee button, and you should reflect the bullet as it comes towards you. So this guy was totally ignoring me, went up to the top floor, this guy eventually turns around and I just keep spamming Y to melee, and eventually the bullet pings back and we get the achievement pop. Again, just keep restarting the level again until we get the next character, and in my next example here we're going to have James Bond. James Bond's achievement relates to killing somebody with a martini glass. This is his special ability by pressing B. He only has one per life, so don't waste it, and you will need to create a little gap between you and the enemy, as it does have a little bit of an arc before it lands on the floor. So go back to restarting the levels again until you get the next superhero. In my example, we're going to go with here. We've got the Terminator. This is nice and easy. You just need to enable his special before dying. So there is a pit just down here. Press B before dropping in it. You'll turn into the Terminator. You'll die. He'll give you the thumbs up and you'll get the achievement pop. There is one more superhero that we need to use on level 1 here. So keep restarting until you get the Commando, which of course is another Arnold Schwarzenegger character. All we want to do is go up to the very top of the tower, and this one's a little bit fiddly. What you need to do is throw the devil off the tower by holding C and the direction you want to throw him. This achievement didn't pop by throwing him off the left side of the tower, so what you want to do is jump on the left side of the devil and then start throwing him to the right hand side until he eventually falls off the tower, and the achievement should pop. We're now done with level 1, so just press Ctrl and F11 to move on to the next missions. So the next achievement we're going to work on is for MacGyver. He needs to kill 10 enemies at once with one turkey bomb. So what we're going to do is go to mission 2 and now work our way through to stage 3. So you can get to stage 3 with any of the heroes. So just try your best to get through the level all the way to the end to find the devil, defeat the devil, raise the flagpole, and then jump on the helicopter to finish the stage. So it's just a case of finishing the first 2 stages on mission 2. Once you get to stage 3, we're just going to keep restarting that checkpoint until we get MacGyver, and then I'll show you the best spot I found to get 10 kills with one turkey bomb.
Let's go!
So once you've made it to stage 3 on mission 2, just keep restarting the level till you get MacGyver. You'll be able to tell it's him because he'll have 3 turkeys in the bottom left corner which have TNT strapped to them. Just be careful at the very start here. There is 2 dogs that lunge at you, and MacGyver is pretty good at climbing up walls as well. Just be careful of this minefield. You can chuck some TNT. This is your primary fire by just pressing A just to clear some of their mines out. Jump over the bridge, and then eventually these trucks will start spawning in. We're actually going to go over the top of them, so we're above them at the moment. Dispose of this large brute that's carrying this Gatling gun. Once he's killed, there'll be then some paratroopers drop in. You want to dispose of those 2 or 3 guys that drop out the air. And then what we're going to do is make a hole just above these guys in the tunnel and drop down a bomb. I found this was the best method for me of getting the 10 kills in one go. So now that the top side's clear, we're just going to use our primary fire to make a little hole in the ceiling here. And then once we have a hole that we can drop a turkey bomb in, just drop down and press B. Everybody's going to come to the turkey, and then hopefully you get 10 or more around it. It'll blow up and the achievement should pop. The next achievement we're going to work on is You're Fired. This is killing an enemy by launching a propane tank into them. So if you haven't got this already, what we're going to do is skip to mission 6. And then we're going to use any of the characters that we spawn in with, and I'll show you a good spot to get that achievement. So once you've skipped to mission 6, I'll then pick up the dialogue with you again.
3, 2, 1, go! Broforce. 3, 2, 1. Operation Broadway.
Now that you've made it onto mission 6, we're going to go ahead and get the You're Fired achievement. There's no other achievements to get on this mission. So once you've spawned in with whatever character, it doesn't matter which, what we're going to do is make our way down to the base of the tower. So just drop down to the right hand side. There will be another large drop after this. And then shortly after this drop, you'll see a propane tank here. Give it a quick shot, it'll set on fire and fly up into the air. Hopefully if you left enough enemies alive above, it should kill them, popping you the You're Fired achievement. That's us all done on mission 6. So we're just going to press Ctrl F11 to skip. And then we're going to go over to mission 7. And I'll show you a good spot to get the hot Brotato achievement by throwing back a returned grenade at a terrorist. So load up mission 7, skip the intro, and then it doesn't matter which character you've got. Anybody can return a grenade by pressing Y or melee. So go up the lift just by pressing Y. And then what we're going to do is have to move across a couple of these towers until we find the grenadiers, the guys that chuck grenades. The quite fat, beefy guys. There's one at the top of the roof here. So we're going to move over to the second roof because that guy's quite tricky to throw a grenade back from. And then just press Y or melee to throw it back. And if you manage to hit him, you should get the hot Brotato achievement. So that's us done on mission 7. You can press Ctrl F11 again, and we're going to go to mission 8. This one's going to be your lengthy, most difficult achievement to get. So for this achievement, what we need to do is make our way all the way through to the end boss. He'll be found on stage 4. So you got to clear the first 3 stages on mission 8 before you'll get to the end boss. Once you reach the end boss, we're then going to keep restarting until we get Indiana Jones. Once you've got Indiana Jones, you'll use his special attack on the boss to blow off one side. This will then transition into a new phase, and little enemies will start spawning on the top of the tank or the sky fortress. And then it's just a case of getting Indy on the top and then holding Y to throw them off the top of the tank or the sky fortress, and you should get the achievement pop for no ticket. I will narrate over that section when we get to it, just to give you a reminder. So I'm going to let this play out in full for the first 3 stages, and then I'll pick it up once we get to stage 4, which is the main boss.
Mission failed. Hello, bros. failed. 3, 2, 1, go, go, go!
So once you get to stage 4 on mission 8, you'll encounter the Sky Fortress boss. Once we've reloaded enough times to get Indiana Jones, what we need to do is do enough damage to one side of this tank or the Sky Fortress. Little minions will start spawning on the top, and then we've got to use Indiana Jones to throw them off the top. This did take me roughly an hour on the PC. I had to do it several times. For whatever reason, it does seem a little bit bugged. It's not registering correctly on the PC version of Broforce. So if you wanted to, I would suggest doing this on the Xbox if you do have an Xbox. Otherwise, you're going to have to rinse and repeat this multiple times before the achievement triggers. So once you've thrown them off the top as Indiana Jones, you should get the no ticket achievement appear. And that should give you one achievement left, which is called Front Row Tickets to the Gun Show. This is how 4 players flex on screen at the same time. So this is couch co-op, and you can easily cheese this on the PC version of the game. So if you go into options, then controls, you'll notice that there is 4 keyboards listed. What you need to do is change the fire and the gesture controls to different binds. So in this example here, I had an Xbox control on me already, and I knew the controls or the keys for that. However, I did need another 3 players. So keyboards 2 to 4, I changed the key binds for fire and gesture to something nice and easy, such as 1, 2, 3 or 4, 5, 6. And then all you need to do is, once they're all set, go ahead and fire up a new campaign. So start, new campaign, select a new slot, and you'll get the option to spawn in 4 players. All you need to do is press the fire button for whatever you set to those 4 keyboards all at the same time to join together. And now when you start a mission, you'll have 4 players. And if you can remember what gesture buttons you set, all you need to do is press all 4 of them at the same time once you eventually spawn in. If done correctly, you get the achievement Front Row Tickets to the Gun Show, giving you the full 1000 gamer score. If you found this guide useful, drop it a like, and if you want to see more content from myself in the future, please do subscribe.